Hello, my name is Whitney Hill, and these are my technology predictions. I chose them from the 2020 Horizon Report. I chose instructional design, adaptive learning, and artificial intelligence. Instructional design. First, we're going to watch a little video about instructional design.
This is Bob. He's your chief engineer, and he's just finalized your latest product. Your company needs to increase manufacturing speed, boost sales, deliver better customer service, and educate customers to make this product successful. To reach your goals, each team needs to learn something different, but they don't need to learn everything that Bob knows. Here's how it works. The instructional designer works with your subject matter experts, collecting the information each team needs to know, translating it into words that non-experts can understand, and using it to create training that's focused. For each team, the instructional designer selects a training model that's built to be clear and at the right level for the audience. Bottom line, instructional design helps your company reach its goals and frees Bob to get working on the next big thing.
Instructional design includes many roles that all serve the ultimate purpose of fostering student success in learning. The Learning Design Toolbox is full of creative approaches and methods, evidence-based pedagogical strategies, student-centered activities, robust assessment plans, and innovative ways to use technology in teaching. Learning design or instructional design is rapidly evolving through the influence of design thinking, user experience methods, system design, advances in the learning sciences, and the emergence of learning analytics. In the career field, you can use learning design or instructional design to train new employees. This will allow employees to all be trained with the same materials in the same way. What is the prediction? The prediction is that the elevation of learning design, the learning experience design, and learning engineering will continue to reshape the approach to teaching. Learning design initiatives are supporting boundary-spanning partnerships and bringing together a combination of learning designers, UX designers, librarians, student accessibility experts, faculty developers, and learning sciences. One challenge around this broader term is the approach in defining how these units can best collaborate and how the greatest impact on student learning. Next, I'm going to talk about adaptive learning technologies or adaptive learning education. Like this little chart here, there's usually 6 steps to a customized learning approach where you analyze, identify, develop, prepare, deliver, and follow up.
Adaptive learning describes the process in which the learning path responds to the student's performance and adjusts to help facilitate learning in real time. Adaptive learning holds the potential to give every learner their own personalized learning path, customized and fine-tuned for his or her own unique strengths, weaknesses, goals, and learning style. With every action taken, the curriculum responds to keep the learner actively engaged in a way that is optimal for that individual student. While the general principles underlying adaptive learning are not new, it is the advancements in technology that have made adaptive learning scalable. Utilizing technology-driven personalization, adaptive learning holds the potential to fully extend the benefits of one-on-one instruction to every student in the classroom.
So what is adaptive learning? It's one form of personalized learning in which adaptive technology plays a major role. That adaptive technology is courseware. The introduction of the adaptive technology allows the role of the instructor to evolve away from content delivery in the form of lecture during class and toward the role of leader and coach during active learning exercises. The adaptive systems make this change possible by providing students with all of the instructional resources online and providing instructors with the learning data they need to be more informed coaches and advisors. So what is the prediction? The prediction is that adaptive technology will enable the scripting of course content, such that students are offered instructional resources that are more directly relevant to their course of study. The challenges, of course, are cost and the somewhat embryonic state of learning and computer science underlining the technology and that it still exists. Some of the vital questions are what kind of data and algorithms are being used in adaptive technology, where do they come from, and how inclusive are they? This adaptive technology can be used when allocating workloads. For example, in my work field, there are many different subcategories to the main field of Social Security, and within your training, it tests your proficiency in each different subcategory. So by going off of your training, you can see what categories you need more work on and what categories you just get off the bat. And by knowing what categories you have real high proficiency in, you can start allocating those workloads to employees so they get a sense of belonging and a sense of knowing that, they're getting something in their job. Third, I'm going to talk about artificial intelligence.
COVID-19 has drastically changed how we think about the workplace. Companies say tracking employees' location using AI could help with social distancing and contact tracing.
What you need for a camera is to be able to understand where people are in three-dimensional space, even though it's just a 2D image.
Cameo says its software can track both how close employees get to one another and if they're wearing a mask.
You can see, we have a problem as people are transitioning in shifts at 8 a.m. So let's make sure that we put cones out with tape markers on the floor, or sometimes even people put hallway monitors for the period that people are changing shifts, or they stagger shifts. So it's meant to be a management tool to tell you where your problems are and where you need to make changes. The person that looks at the video, if they recognize you just like they would review any other security video, then yes, there's that way that you could recognize, but in the data itself, there's no personally identifiable information.
So artificial intelligence is the attempt to create machines that can do things previously possible only through human cognition. Basically, it's teaching machines to learn about something without explicit programming. AI refers to the broader notion that machines can execute tasks intelligently. It is used in AI-based chatbots, and the elements of AI are now embodied in commercial products such as test generators, plagiarism detection systems, accessibility products, and even common word processors and presentation products such as Prezi. What is the prediction? The prediction is that more and more companies and universities will employ AI technology as it expands. Implementing these technologies in higher education is not without debate because there is a delicate balance between these emergent technologies, privacy, ethics, and access to student data. And how can this be used in the career field? This can be used for support for workers, just like with the chat bots, the support bots for 27 support, just how it's used on websites for support for computer systems and stuff like that. It can be used within companies for support for workers so that they can don't have to stop and wait for someone else to come and help them. That's a very unique idea. And also, like the video showed, for contact tracing for the virus, because we don't always know if we've been within 6 feet of someone, if we've actually been exposed. We don't know if they were 7 feet from us instead of 6, So just that contact tracing and without having to keep up with, what people were around at work, what this or that, that just is very helpful. All right, and this concludes my presentation on technology predictions.